Hi, welcome to my channel again. Today I have brought a very uh, fascinating book review to share it with you. I hope you are going to like it. Before I start my review, I want to give you some review on this place which I chose for this review. As you can see behind me is the sea. I'm not sure if you can see it properly or not, and it's a very good day after a couple of days with bad weather. Perfect day. Let's start the review. Well, before I show you the book, I must accept that this is the first book I have read from this author, and before that I have not read any other book. And in my own category of ranking, I would keep the author same as in the league of great physicists such as we have Michio Kaku today, the late Sir Stephen Hawking, and after Albert Einstein. So I'm going to show you the book, which is a wonderful book. It's a great book to read for any science fiction lovers who love astronomy and who wants to go for a ride without any ticket. Just the ticket is a couple of dollars and you can get it. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. As you can say, this book itself is looks like a pocket-sized book, and it's unlike the big fat dangerous-looking books which we grew up reading with. Well, lots of people they don't like big fat books, and I'm one of those, simply because they are hard to carry. And as the name says, that for astrophysics for people in a hurry, it suits people who are going to work in the morning with a cup of coffee. They have some time to kill. Get this book. Whether you are going through train, whether you are going by plane, you have some time. This is a best time killer in a good way. So let's start the review. Before I open up the review, I have three basic questions to ask the author, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is very basic questions. Number one is, why did you choose Saturn as your one of the favorite planet out of all the 9 planets in solar system? I mean, Saturn is good. It is with 2200 miles per second rotational speed around its axis, which means it's a young planet as compared to our Earth. That's number one. Number two question is, why do you hate Pluto so much, and why are you trying to strip Pluto out of the planethood which it enjoyed for more than 20 years. And Pluto has not harmed us in any way. So why do you hate Pluto so much? And number third question is, in your book you have tried to show the human beings its true value in the universe, which is very tiny. I mean, more tinier than an atom, I would say, because as beautifully you have expressed that as Earthians, we live in a galaxy which is one of many billions of galaxies in the universe, and we just feel that we are the center of the universe, which is not the case. So these are my 3 questions, and I would really appreciate if you can answer them. So now let's start the review. Super, fantastic, bombastic, lovely, um, gorgeous, graceful, marvelous. Um, these are the words which come to your mind when you complete this book. When you read this book, this is a very good book if you are science fiction lovers, if you love reading science fiction in the boundaries of Newtonian mechanics, which you like, and you don't want to cross the boundaries of set by the great legends of science before us. This is a book for you. I mean, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, he has done justice in a brilliant way, explaining the origins of the universe, taking us with him in a fascinating ride. It's a pleasure to read this book. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed many coffees on train stations, trying to keep the pages clear of the coffee drops, which some pages I could not successfully protected. Hopefully the librarian doesn't see that. So it's great book. It's lovely book. And as a brief history of science by Sir Stephen Hawking, this book has 12 chapters. But I would say, if I compare both of the authors, Sir Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's more frank. He talks to you in a more frank way, with a hint of nice nice way, in a light way, I would say. And he doesn't want to scare people away. Sorry about that. It's just the wind, which is four forces of nature we have. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Yeah. Apparently, the friction between the tissue paper surface and the top surface of the wooden table is not more than the Newtonian force, tangential force of the mobile phone, right? So that's the reason the phone is slippery, thanks to Newton. Give me another minute, please. Sometimes you have to think out of the box, and you have to increase the force. You have to give some cushion to the frictional force which is coming out of the lower layer of the tissue paper and the upper surface of the table. So now it looks good. That's fine. That's so sorry about that. Starting the book review by chapter 1. Before I start it, I have to start from the preface. This is one of the best preface I have read from any book, because it's so small and it's so to the point. It speaks everything. And one of the best thing is the way the writer talks to you is more frank and in a humorous way, such as he opened up the preface by saying, "The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you." And that's a great way to start. Let me open my cheat sheets. This time I have not removed it from my notepad because I don't trust the force of the wind. Well, the chapter 1, it starts with a fascinating way of opening the masterpiece, the greatest story ever told. It's such a lovely chapter which I read. It's a story which the writer has opened up in a unique way. He used time and the fractions of time to explain the beginning of the universe, such as he has explained that before 14 billion years ago, our universe